Hey guys, Karen Maxwell here with Simple AF, and I'm going to be discussing with you tonight the silly, weird mistakes that wholesalers make. So let's jump right in. All right, let me hide this. Okay, so tonight we're going to be talking about the mistakes that wholesalers make. Listen, learn from my mistakes. Let Simple AF help you. So how many of these mistakes have you already made? Not having systems in place. If you haven't already gotten it, I have a free PDF. Ask me about it and I'll send it to you in an email. Not answering the phone or not making the call. Not marketing your interest in a property. Your fear of paying too much. Tying up a property. Please don't do that. Never doing a deal. Not researching a market prior to marketing. Not tracking your marketing dollars you've spent. Okay, so here we go. Number one, not having systems in place. So you find a niche that's working for you and you decide to increase your marketing to that niche, right? Then you have 100 leads call you to sell their property. You get overwhelmed, no idea where to start. You forget to follow up. You lost the paper you wrote it on, or the sticky note in my case. Meanwhile, another wholesaler marketed to them, called them back, and locked it down. Again, wasting your time and money. Not answering the phone. Answer the phone. Make the call. This is what you want, right? You want to find a motivated seller? If you don't answer the call or call them back or make the call, how will you know if they want to sell? How will you make an offer if you haven't talked to them? How will you get a contract if you haven't talked to them? How will you get paid if you haven't talked to them? Guys, a lot of them are going to say no. A lot of them are going to cuss you out. But some of them are going to say yes. Devote your time and attention to them. Take the no's, brush your shoulders off, move on to the next one. Okay, so you have a contract. Okay, I'm sorry. Not marketing your interest in a property. This is number 2. So you have a contract, but no one knows about it until you market it. So where are you marketing? Are you waiting for buyers to come to you? You got to get it out there. So before you get a deal under contract, you can post in investor groups. You can say, hey, who's buying in blank city? If it's a large city, you want to make sure you put the community, the area, the zip code, something like that. It doesn't have to be the address. Hey, who's buying in blank county or blank city? Or this specific zip code, depending on the area that you've chosen to market in. So you're looking to get properties in this area until you get a contract. Maybe you want to find a buyer. It's kind of a catch-22. So just say, please drop your email and I will add you to my buyers list. Short and sweet, pretty background or eye-catching background. That way when they're scrolling, they'll see your background and they'll see that message. Oh, I'm buying in that area, or I know someone that's looking in that area. Then after you find the deal and you have it locked down with a written contract, then you can post the same post. Say, hey, who's buying this blank city, county, or zip code, whatever? I have a property with an ARV of blank for blank. And then they'll email you, they'll message you, whatever. You can also post that same post in Facebook garage sale or local for sale pages, local to that area where the property is located. You can also post on those Facebook rental pages. So if you have a property in, let's say, Killeen, Texas, go to the Killeen, Texas Facebook groups for rental properties, rentals in Killeen, Texas. Join the groups, post. Simple. Facebook investor groups. These are tough. They are looking for deals. So and a lot of them really move quickly, so your post might get lost. Don't get offended. Just keep after it. Putting out bandit signs. Now be careful because sometimes the local ordinances do not allow you to post bandit signs. Sometimes you can get away with it on the weekends. If you write a handwritten sign or if you buy a for sale by owner sign, stick close to the area, like maybe in a park, on a corner at a park, especially on Saturdays when they're doing soccer practice. So if there's a park or an area like a grocery store, a bank, a Starbucks, something like that, you can put up a for sale sign. Hey, I have a cash buyers only, home for sale, ARV of blank for blank. You might even put bedrooms and bathrooms. 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, ARV of $200,000 for $100,000 cash, something like that. 2-bedroom, 1-bath, cash buyers only. 2-bedroom, 1-bath, ARV of $75,000 for only $30,000. Whatever your numbers are. Keep up with everyone that responds to build your list. So if they call about a property today and they don't want that property because it doesn't work for them, have a conversation with them. Work out what they're looking for. What would be if you brought them their perfect property on a silver platter, what would that be? And then go find that for them. Go shop for them. Make notes. Keep notes. Keep up with your notes. And then if you find a property that fits their buying criteria, give them a call. Hey, I just got a property that fits your buying criteria that we discussed last month, last week, last year, whenever. And would you like to go take a look at it? Can I send you over some information about it? Or just email it to them if they gave you their email address. Keep up with everyone that responds to build your list. Lots more ideas for building your buyer's list, but that'll be in a future video, so make sure to watch out for it. Fear of paying too much. Are you afraid you may pay too much, then not be able to assign it or sell it? Be transparent from the beginning. Start marketing the property right away. A simple, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, looks like the property may not work for me after all. I'm going to see if one of my investing partners would be interested. That really alleviates a lot of suspicion, mistrust, all kinds of issues that can come up. If they know that you're intending to market the property to another buyer closer to the beginning, you can either do that from the get-go. You can have a conversation that says, hey, I'm an investor. I'm looking to make a profit. I'm going to be trying to sell this property to one of my an investor for a profit. But I'm going to take care of everything for you. Same deal same contract that I have with you is going to go to them. So they'll have the same terms. I won't switch anything up on you. So be transparent. Or you can do it after you see the property. Maybe it has more work than what you anticipated. You don't intend on buying and holding it, so you may have to bring in another investing partner. This will also set them up for being prepared to have more people walk into the house. Listen to your buyers. They need to make a profit too. If they think you paid too much, renegotiate with the seller or cancel the contract sooner rather than later. But don't tie the property up. We'll get to that next. Tying up a property. Tying up a property out of greed and keeping it tied up, if you overpaid or you didn't market it properly, you could cause a lot of damage. You could cause a seller to lose their home. You could gain a bad reputation. Irritated sellers can wreak havoc on your reputation, especially social media. You could ruin the seller's credit. You could waste the title company's time. They hate this. More on that in the future, so watch for it. That's going to be a good video. I'm going to do an interview with a title company about the ways to make transactions go faster, smoother, better, communication, all these kind of things. And this is one of the things they hate. They hate for someone to tie up a property, not close on it, not sell it, not assign it, and they did all the work for nothing. The seller's irritated, you're irritated, your buyer may be irritated if you weren't able to work out the right deal. And again, you're wasting your time and money. If you don't close or assign, then you wasted your time and money. You spent money on marketing. You spent money on research. You spent money on due diligence. You spent money on, getting the contract, going out and taking pictures, whatever it is that you've done, or sending someone over to look at the property. You may have paid someone to go look at the property for you. This is all going to be calculated. You spent this much money and you made zero. So think about that. Maybe you have to take a discount. Maybe you have to sell it for a little less. Maybe you have to make $1,000 less. Maybe you have to make $10,000 less. Maybe you overpaid and you're only going to make $500. Would you rather make $500, keep your title company happy, keep your seller happy, keep your buyer happy, and you just make a little bit, but at least you made something rather than a big fat zero and all this other stuff that you could experience? Never doing a deal. Listen. Do not get stuck in analysis paralysis so that you never make an offer. Make offers to everyone. They may say no, but they may say yes. Go for the no, hope for the yes. Send out written offers to everyone. Even if they said no on the phone, if you call them to go over the offer and they say no, I can't accept that offer, and you can't work something out, say, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and send an offer over to you in your email or send it in the mail, whatever, just so you'll have it for future reference. Because listen, guys, following up is important. So that's the last thing. Not following up, situations and people change. They may not be motivated today to sell it to you at your price. They may be stuck on their price. But what happens if somebody gets really sick or really ill or goes to jail or their tenant moves out and destroys the property, and today's the day they're looking to sell and you're not following up with them? They're not going to remember you. But if you'll follow up consistently, and I'm not saying harass them. I'm not saying every day. I'm not saying once a week. If they say no, follow up with them once a month. Just say, has your situation changed? Are you still looking to sell the property? I would still like to buy it. Something so simple as that. Not researching a market. Prior to marketing, you should thoroughly research the market. Why would you buy in a market in an area where cash buyers aren't buying in? Find out where the properties are selling quickly. I mean, come on. 200 days on market? Do you have 200 days to get your money back from your investment? I know I don't. I like those low days on market. I love the areas that have like less than 10 days on market, but definitely less than 30. If it's 30 to 60, that might be because they had an FHA loan, things like that. Those are probably not cash sales. So you want to look and see where your cash buyers are paying with cash quickly and identify that area. So, wasting valuable time and marketing dollars again. So you buy a list and you send out, 5,000 pieces of mail or RVM 5,000 people, and you get 3 properties under contract, but nobody is buying in that area with cash. Then you're not going to be able to sell the property or assign it, except for possibly to an end buyer. End buyers are good. There are a lot of end buyers that do pay cash for properties to live in, but they're not likely to buy another property from you because they're just buying that one. But they may have a friend or relative that's buying property, and they say, hey, let's call her and see if she's got any. Let's call him and see if he has any. So don't market them out. Don't mark them off your list just because they're looking for a house for themselves. They do pay cash. Okay, not tracking your marketing dollars spent. Track every single dollar spent from the time you spend it to the time you make profit. By not doing this, it's like throwing money at the wall and seeing what sticks. Then, trying again, same tactics, same results. Sure, sometimes it works, but sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it just takes a little tweak, a little change to skyrocket. Again, you could be wasting your time and money. When you learn to keep track of your data efficiently and effectively, you'll be able to see which strategy, list, or area, etc., has brought you the most profit. Then do more of that. Let me move my camera down. So, when do you want help? Take advantage now of what's already in place and available for you. Learn from my mistakes. So if Simple AF could help prevent you from making these mistakes, not having systems in place, not answering the phone or not making the call, not marketing your interest in a property, fear of paying too much, tying up a property, never doing a deal, not researching a market prior to marketing, and not tracking your marketing dollars spent, how much would it be worth? It'll certainly be worth more than the cost. So click here to get started today. You can click that yellow link right there. It'll take you straight to my website and you'll be on your way. We look forward to working with you.